Hello everybody, this is going to be a reading for Taurus for February 2016. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, for subscribing, for sharing. Thank you for your amazing feedback and comments. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I am going to do the regular 5-card spread as a general reading, and I do have 3 additional cards specifically for your love life, for those of you who are looking or in a relationship. And something interesting happened, because typically when I shuffle cards, I already know which sign I'm going to go with because I have it on my list. And this time for some reason, I shuffled the cards. I was told which cards to pick. And then I realized, wait a minute, I didn't know who this was for. And then I was told this reading is for Taurus. So, because I'm a Taurus, maybe that's how it had to happen, to completely confuse me. But this is going to be a reading for Taurus for 2016 February. So let's start with the reading. In the position of now, or what is happening at the present, we have the card called Destiny. And this in the traditional tarot deck is called the Wheel of Fortune. It is the number 10. If you will reduce the number 1 and 0, it's number 1, and that is very much new beginnings. These are new beginnings at the very deep level of who you are. I'll tell you something very interesting. I was shuffling cards the other day and I had some issue I had to deal with that's been with me for a while. And I just said, oh guys, just give me something. And I shuffled the cards and a card flew out, and this was this card. Now, I'm a Taurus, for those of you who know. When I shuffled these cards, I didn't know who this reading was going to be for until I was told later. So this is a huge sign to me, and I hope it's also a huge sign to you. So that's what's happening right now. I am being told to say it's a time filled with great excitement, albeit scary time, okay? Interesting, very fitting for me. So that's what's happening right now. What you are about to leaving, or the energy that is leaving you right now, or you leaving it, the card is called Choose Wisely. I actually just had that card in a different reading and I shuffled a lot. But this is pertaining to your emotional state of being. And what this is saying is that you are just transiting a time in your life where you had to choose and put a lot of effort into making that decision. Now, this effort could have been in a physical way, as in moving or something of that sort, or emotional, or mental. But I want to say it took a lot of effort on your part because of the significance of what it means to you, of what the outcome of the possible decisions mean to you in a grander scale. So that's what you are about to leave, or that is what it's influencing you in your current position. Very interesting, okay? What is about to enter your life, or the energy that are just around the corner for you, the card is called Patience and Planning, okay? This is another number 7, okay? That is supposed to speak very clearly, because it's signifying there's an importance to this. So this is what I'd like you to do, and I told the other sign to do this. I would like you to look at the significance of number 7, or spiritual significance of number 7. I want you to Google it and see if it makes any sense to you. Also, something with 7 years, the last 7 months, something with number 7, July, somehow 7 being important to you. What is entering your life, or what you're about to enter, is a phase of immense patience. And I have to say the words immense patience because he asked me to, my guide. And it's also a phase of planning. And you see these 2 columns. I don't know if you can see it very clearly. There's these two columns, and there is a light shining right in between them. Now, the columns represent choices. The columns also represent building something, building a foundation. It's a strong, tall foundation, and there's a lot of precision that's been put into it, a lot of hard work, and the light is shone on it as if to say, it is time for this new venture or ventures to be seen, to be enlightened, to be out there, to be viewed, to be out in the open. But there's still some patience required on your part before you can see this. All of a sudden, I'm seeing in my mind the number 6. When I ask the number 6, I get either 6 weeks, 6 months, or the month of June will be very significant pertaining to this particular message. Okay, so that's what's about. Oh, well, incidentally, this card is within the next 3 months. So I'm going to say in the next 6 weeks or up to 6 months or June. This is where you're going to see this take place, or the fruition of your labor starting to come into the open, okay, or into full view. So that's what's coming up. Now, what's at the very bottom of this reading, or what is essentially causing all this movement for you? We have the card called Recognition and Reward. This is a card on the physical aspect of who you are. And what this is saying is that in order for you to be where you are and the decision that you've just made and the wheel of fortune turning in your favor, it's saying to me that all of this is happening because at some point in your life down the road, few years, few months, some significant time ago, you had recognized either the gifts, the talents, something about yourself, something about the situation that you had to change. There was some kind of recognition on your part, either by other people recognizing you for certain things, or you recognizing certain things for yourself, such as gifts, strengths, certain talents. I'm seeing drawing all of a sudden. That had to take place and be acknowledged by you in order to make decisions so that the wheel of fortune can now be in your favor. Okay, fantastic. Now, the card that's in your distant future or in the next 6 months, we have the card called Accelerated Motion. I love this reading specifically because it's also for me. And as I told you, I can't read for myself. It's just not doesn't work. 8, number 1, is number of foundations. 8 is foundations that there's considerable amount of work being done, but there's still some work that has to be done. This is also a card that is on a spiritual aspect of who you are. The accelerated motion is saying to me that in the next 6 months, or after, I want to say after June or July, you are going to see I'm seeing taking off. I'm seeing someone taking off, and it's like right now you're on this platform ready to take off on a runway, like an airplane on a runway, and you have to have patience and plan accordingly. And within 6 months, June and July, I see it take off. Okay, now when that happens, with whatever this is, whether this is your passion, whether this is your career, whether this is a relationship, a specific way of being, or coming out of a specific way of being and going into a different way of being and living, when that happens, try not to, he says, lose your mind, because I feel you're going to be taken by surprise of how fast things are moving. Number 2, you will be faced with making yet another choices and decisions, but these are good choices and decisions. It's just there's many of them, and sorry about that. And you might have a tendency to lose your mind, as in get anxious or irritable. Just pay attention. It's going to pass. Not that it's going to pass. Once you take off and it moves fast, it's going to take some time for you to adjust or readjust to the new way of being. And this is a new way of being on many levels. And I know this is a general reading, so it's very difficult to speak about specifics, but it could be jobs, it could be relationships, it could be careers, passions, whatever it is. So that's what to expect from this general reading, and I think that's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Now, for your love life, the first card I get is, intuition. Basically what it's saying is, if you're looking for a partnership, romantic relationship, love relationship, you gotta use your intuition. That's how he's saying it to me. No more head games, okay? And no more mind games, which I guess essentially is the same thing. Basically no more games. And I don't know why he's saying this to me. Maybe you have fallen prey of mind games to partners who are manipulative, and because you didn't listen to your intuition, you now say to yourself you should have, or something of that nature. But bottom line is, listen to your intuition when it comes to choosing your partner. Also in a current relationship, using your intuition with regards to going about a certain thing or a situation, okay? And I'm also here to say, the relationship is coming, or the love is coming your way. So for those of you who are looking for a relationship, it is coming your way. And I get the word June or July, which is incidentally coinciding with this card. Now, June or July, some of you may say, oh my God, that's such a long time. Well, it actually isn't. If you are coming out of something, especially if you're coming out of another relationship, you need some time to adjust, readjust, and recalibrate, you know, how you're going to move forward. So it's actually not a lot of time. Now, the Angels card that I have is called Akasha, and I actually have two Angels cards. So I'm going to read to you what this card says. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. Because this is a card pertaining to your love life, I'm going to ask the angels what they want you to know. That's interesting. Okay, they're saying to say this to you: don't be afraid to tell your truth or to speak your truth, and that ask for that which you so dearly desire. Relationships aren't as complicated as you make them to be, nor are they always as uncomfortable as what you are used to. Follow your guidance, follow your intuition, and that which you so dearly desire will be at your door in the near future. Okay, so that was basically channeling what angels are saying to you, and I typically never do it on camera, so a little bit different experience for me. Okay, whoops. Now the second card is Archangel Uriel, and what this card says is, your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and your mind. So I probably don't think it needs any interpretation, but I will interpret it anyway. Since we're talking about love, and since they're asking you to use your intuition, and since they're saying to you that love isn't complicated or doesn't have to be complicated or uncomfortable, and this is saying you're being healed from a lot of emotional stuff, and this healing from the stuff is going to help you to clear out your garbage, emotional garbage, and have a clean slate to open up to a relationship on a completely new, different, fresh, and healthy way. That's really what this is saying. Okay? So sounds to me like a great relationship is coming to you in a few months, so give it a bit of time. If you are leaving a relationship, or if you just left a relationship, chances are you probably want to spend some time to reevaluate what has gone wrong or sideways, and see if you can manage to get some lessons or learning out of it. And that's kind of what this reading was also indicating. I hope this makes sense. Let me know, please let me know if this makes sense, and I would love to hear your comments. As always, thank you so much for your feedback, for listening, for sharing, for subscribing. I look forward to giving you a reading again in March. Happy Valentine's Day to you. If you wish to book a private reading that's tailored specifically to your situation, feel free to contact me at the information below, and I will be happy to get back to you pretty quickly. You can probably get a reading within the next 2.5 to 3 weeks right now, which is not bad. Also, if you would like to call, not this Sunday, but the 14th, Valentine's Day, at the radio station where I do live readings for 2 hours on Sunday, you can do that and we can give you a free reading as well. And all that information is posted below and also on my website. I wish you happy Valentine's Day, wonderful February, and I look forward to seeing you in March. Good luck. Bye.